Hey, John.
Hey,
what's going on?
Good to see
I'm
you.
CJ. Nice to see you again. It was nice talking to you at that game. Here's my business card before I get to give you one.
Here you go.
You have one for me, actually?
Yeah, here you go.
Oh, great. I need that. Put it in my my notebook. So, yeah, how'd you enjoy that game?
Oh, it was great. I mean, it was a nice game. A little cold.
It was cold.
It was cold, but, I'll take a good win. Nice little win at Pittsburgh. So,
yeah.
Hopefully, maybe we'll get tickets for it.
So, while we were there, I overheard you talking to one of your vendors, and I guess you guys having some issues with communications back to the office, making statements and stuff like that. Is that true?
Yes.
Still true?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
So today we're going to talk about a course of action for you. What I want to do that for is so we both can benefit from this meeting. We're not just wasting time.
Okay.
Some of the first things I'm going to do is actually learn more about your business.
Okay.
I want to know your everyday activities. And then if everything goes all right, we're going to learn about a little bit more of the products that we offer. And then if we're a good fit, we'll go from there.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
All right. So, first of all, do you mind if I ask you a couple questions today?
No, go right ahead. Shoot.
Okay. So, for implementing a new product, who would be involved in the decision-making process?
Ultimately, when the decision comes down to it, it'll be me. I own the business, I provide all the services, but I also have a lot of people in the field. I have my managers, I have my general managers, people that are my reps, stuff like that. So they're going to want to know the product just as well as I want to know it,
Okay.
Just because I'm not happy with it or I am happy with it doesn't mean they will either.
Okay.
So I want to come with a general consensus or like a majority of it. And if the majority of people are happy with what you provide with me, then we'll see. We'll go from there.
Okay. So now, as your vendors part of you and your salespeople, what are their actually everyday activities? What do they go through on a daily basis?
Well, usually, with the new system, we're trying to figure out new things to do. But usually, I try to have the vendors of mine have their information to me by the time they close at night. So if they have a party today or something, or a wedding in the future, I like to know the night before so that I can have my people in our building, our warehouse, be prepared so they can come in the next morning and know what they have to do. That's really big. We do parties, we do weddings, we do bridal showers, everything you can imagine.
Okay.
Anything with flowers.
Okay. And in that process, has there ever been any communication problems where, let's say, a salesperson makes a sale but forgets to put it into the system, or let's say the system just doesn't work correctly?
We've had a little bit of both. We just acquired one of our biggest competitors a couple years ago, so we went from actually just having 50 vendors to 150. So it's a big jump.
That's a big jump.
Yeah, it's a good jump in revenue. It helps. It's never bad to have more. But the problem with it is we had to hire more people.
Okay.
So people that we had originally they understood the programs and stuff like that, so it was good. But with hiring the new people, the communication is as well. So people start to forget, and I have to hire younger and younger people in the business. So the communication is a little bit off then as far as our data.
Okay, as far as the data point. So your software, you're saying your software is not up to date, or are you saying that the people's communication issue, just the people?
I'd say more the software is outdated, but yet I feel like if we had a good system and they understood the system, then there wouldn't be as many breakdowns as far as forgetting to put stuff in the system and money-wise.
So it sounds like you guys are having some issues with the software. Have you guys ever lost any accounts due to the fact that there was a communication issue or a statement making or a commissions problem?
Yeah, ever since we expanded, we lost a couple, probably like 3 or 4, just because now we went from 50 to 150. You can see it's a big jump. That's double what we had before. So there's a lot more people we have to deal with on a daily basis or weekly basis or whatever we have to do. So yeah, and it's a problem. But
yeah, it does sound like a problem. If you're tripling the size of your company, you want to make sure that, as well as tripling the size of your company, you want to make sure your company is running it effectively and efficiently as it was before. So as you said, there has been some issues and you have lost some accounts. Can you put a value on that account?
It depends on. Usually depends on the. It depends on what kind of people we're dealing with. Some people just do weddings, and we've lost one account with weddings, and something like that. A wedding, a big wedding can go up to $7,500 a business. Not everything was that big, but I'd say in total the 3 or 4, maybe about $10,000 for business. On probably like a monthly basis, which is a pretty big amount. Yeah,
that is a big amount. So saying that you losing customers is definitely not good for the business. You're also losing profits and revenue by doing that. It sounds like you guys have lost a couple of accounts due to the fact of poor communication and reporting skills from the software. What other parts of the business, if any, are continuously being a problem for you that you would like to see better in the future?
Just our organization of data. Before, when we had 50, it was pretty easy to mark stuff down. You know, it was really simple to give it to one of myself or a couple of my colleagues. But when it comes to 150, that's a big database. I can't just have human people I can't just have people sit down and enter data. I just don't have the time for that, or right now I don't have the resources. So right now I need something a little more update. I've read a little bit of stuff on what you have, and I want something that I can put all my data in from all my vendors, so that it can just be all in one spot. I can sit down and look at it, or somebody else can look at it, and we can have all the data right away.
Okay. So how much time do you think you guys and your company is wasting on, let's say, a weekly basis by crunching out these numbers and putting them in reports that if you guys had a software program that would cut away that time?
It's hard to put a number on that. Some days are more busy than others. Sometimes of the year are more busy than others. I'd say probably on average, between myself and a couple of my managers, probably 10 to 12 hours a week.
Oh wow,
which is
which is 25% of your week.
Yeah, which is time we could be spending out, trying to get new vendors, or try to be better, more efficient with our clientele as far as our services.
Another question that I have for you: if you had some more resources, or in the future, do you guys plan on expanding, or would you guys like to grow in the future?
Of course. I mean, we just had a big acquisition, which is very big for us 2 years ago. But I feel like, once we get a good gist of, how we could best run 150, the sky's the limit from there. We'd like to expand a little further out from California. So right now, we're pretty good. But I would say within the next year, we want to start acquiring more and more and grow geographically.
Okay. Okay. All right, great. It sounds like we're having a great conversation here. I'm learning a lot about your company, and I'm enjoying learning about your company. Some of the things I'm hearing from you is that you continuously having problems with your communication issues, your efficiency, and everything like that. So do you think by having an up-to-date software program, such as NetSuite, would increase efficiently and make business run a little smoother for you?
Absolutely. I think there's no question in mind. I mean, anything that could take less time out of my day than, sitting here and playing with a computer and getting numbers is more time I could be spending out there on the floor making sure stuff is getting done and talking to my vendors and clients as far as, getting bigger and bigger.
All right, so great. You guys are looking for a new product, it sounds like.
Absolutely.
At this time, if I could show you a NetSuite that can come and cover all these problems you're going through, would that be something you'd be interested in today?
Yeah, I mean, I would like to, not only see it myself, but I would also like to, if possible, have my managers and also a couple of my vendors test it out.
Okay.
Is that okay? Is that
yeah, I mean, for this personal interview, we could probably just do it alone by ourselves today.
Okay.
And then if you guys make an acquisition, or you guys want to purchase this product, we can do that. If you did want to set another meeting, we can do that as well, which you can have as many people as you want. We can go do another sales presentation for you, and I can go over the product with them as well. But today, I would just like to go with it with you, if that's okay.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, let's see what you got.
All right, great. Let me pull this up.